Okay, type number 3. Hold on to your butts because this is going to... I might have to use a second page for this to solve this POS. So, type number 3, where you integrate sine x or cosine x to the power of n, where n is an even integer. I shouldn't have to write integers because no number with decimals are considered even. So, let's say I wanted to do an integral of sine x to the 4th power dx. Now, before I even begin this, there are a couple of things that you got to recognize. First, your little what is it called? Substitution from before. So where sine squared x is 1 minus cosine squared x is not going to help you here, because what's going to happen? Well, this is just basically sine squared x times sine squared x. So if I start replacing it, by the way, what I'm writing is showing you why this is not going to work. If you want to skip to where I start actually solving this out correctly, just look in the description below. So 1 minus cosine squared x. Now, u sub is not going to work because you still don't know how to integrate sine squared x times 1, because that is part of type 3. And if you decide to replace this as well, and you FOIL it, you're going to have cosine to the 4th. And you don't know how to integrate that either. So this little equation is not going to save you for this problem. What we should do is know that there's 2 equations that you have to remember, or know at least how to derive them. It would be very useful to learn how to derive them. But if you can't remember it, then you're just gonna have to memorize these. So sine squared x is, these are important equations, it's 1 minus cosine 2x all over 2, or cosine x squared is 1 plus cosine 2x over 2. Do you kind of see where this is going? So what we have to do is, well, we're going to use this portion. Sine x to the 4th is sine x squared times sine x squared. But we're going to replace both with this instead. So integrate 1 minus cosine 2x all over 2 times 1 minus cosine 2x all over 2 dx. Again, u sub is not going to work in this. You could try it, but it's not going to work. So what you have to do is distribute or multiply these 2 fractions, which means you have to FOIL the top. Do not forget to FOIL the top. Don't just do the first and the last. Anyway, so we're not integrating yet. All we're doing is just FOILing. So it's still integral. On the bottom, we have a 4. On the top, when I FOIL it, you get 1 minus, no. So that's 2 cosine 2x. And if I multiply those, that's plus cosine 2x squared dx. Oh, crap. So what we're gonna have to do is, this looks difficult, but it's easy to understand when you remember that you could break up this one fraction into 3 different fractions. So rewrite it. Integral of, the first one is 1 over 4 dx minus integral of the middle one now, 2 cosine 2x all over 4 dx, and the last one plus cosine 2x to the 4th over 4 dx. This is easy. That's a pretty easy one. Integrate cosine 2x. You just have to use u sub, where u is 2x. The hard part is this thing. Why did I write to the 4th? That's not 4th. Squared. Okay. Now that is not going to be easy. So we're going to just focus on this one right now. So cosine 2x squared all over 4. Well, let's see. What in the world can I do here? Well, here's the thing. This is just simply 1 over 4 times cosine 2x squared. Well, what does this equal? We do know what this is, but we don't know what this is. Except we kind of do. What we really just did is, up here, we replaced the x with 2x. That's it. So now this, our x's, all of our x's in here becomes 2x. So that's 2x. That means this is now 2x. So that's going to be 2 times 2x, or 4x. So if I want to rewrite this portion, that's simply going to be 1 over 4 times 1 plus cosine to the 4x all over 2. That, and if I solve that, that's 1 plus cosine 4x all over 8. That is what I'm going to integrate instead of that. That is going to be impossible to integrate as itself. This one is easier to do. Oh, I'm out of paper. Shit. So what we have, now I'm going to start replacing everything back here again. I told you to hold on your butts now, didn't I? So replace everything here, or replace that. So integral of 1 over 4 dx minus integral of, now that reduces, that's a 1. So that's cosine 2x all over 2 dx plus integral of, well, now this is this instead. That circle of life. So I could replace this one with this instead. 1 plus cosine 4x all over 8 dx. Now I can separate this into 2 fractions as well. Oh, okay. I want to try to keep this under 10 minutes. Doesn't look possible. So that's going to give us integral of 1 over 4 dx minus integral of cosine 2x all over 2 dx plus, separating this into 2 fractions, integral of 1 over 8 dx plus integral of cosine 4x all over 8 dx. And then from here, all we do is notice that these two are just both numbers, so I can combine them into integral of 1 over 4 plus 1 over 8 is 3 over 8 dx minus integral of cosine 2x over 2 dx plus integral of cosine 4x over 8 dx. And that is nearly the end of the nightmare. You can integrate both of these using u sub. So our final answer is simply going to be, I hope I'm getting the correct answer, 3 over 8 x minus, this one would be sine 2x over 4, and that one would be plus cosine 4x over 32. Not cosine, what am I saying? Sine. Sine 4x over 32 plus c. Oh, I don't have an answer key. Well, okay, I'm pretty sure that's right though. Okay, that was that. Tedious. Not terribly difficult, but it's pretty tedious. Step 4. Now that's a pain. That's a big pain in the ass here. Anyways, that's type 3.